Hello everyone, welcome back to another gameplay glimpse here on PSNStores.com or YouTube.com/PSNStores, wherever you're watching this. Here checking out PaRappa the Rapper Remastered on PlayStation 4. I am not currently playing this at the moment. I'm just doing some audio recorded over. I do believe we just start a new game and we take a look through the opening cutscene. So with PaRappa the Rapper Remastered, this is the PSP version of the game. And it's kind of confirmed, like in the credits, it's got the old PSP developers in there as well. Here we got some bullies. You can see the cutscenes are still in the old kind of style. They have not been touched up. There's PaRappa. There's his friends.
How about if you and I go for a little walk outside, huh? Let the punks stay and eat their food.
Stop it.
Got a deep voice.
There's no need to fear. Because Joe Chin is here.
Hey, it's Joe.
There's Sunny Funny, which is PaRappa's kind of love interest in this game.
I shall put on my magic gloves of glory and shall take you on a cruise to destroy all of you. Now, let me tell you of this one incident at this coffee shop where there were 4 jets instead of 2.
Oh, here we go again.
He talks a lot.
Let's go. Bye now. Bye.
Wow. I need to become a hero too. But how could I possibly do that?
You gotta believe, PaRappa.
Yeah, I know. I gotta believe.
And here we go into the first stage.
Welcome to the Fruits Dojo. I trust that you are here.
Isn't an onion a
and to
vegetable?
acquire skills that are necessary for
I don't know
your
why it's the
goals.
Fruits Dojo.
Are you ready, young one? I shall give you my best. But first, let's see if you can challenge my rap.
So it doesn't look great right now, but here in about 5 seconds, it's gonna look real good. I really like the look of the remaster. Beautiful widescreen. Have our different you rapping ratings. So with like a rhythm game, you press different buttons to the timing of the music. You can see here I'm actually doing a little bit extra because I've kind of noticed I was not a player of the original PaRappa, but if you just kind of press just the button once, it sometimes won't get you through the game. You're going to have to kind of freestyle a little bit to keep that good rating. And so I'm starting a brand new game, so I won't be able to get to the cool rating, but once you complete the game once, you will be on the cool, you can achieve the cool rating. And there's a score on the left side. Depending on how well you do, your rapping will usually go up. But of course, good is the highest I can do right now. But if you start doing worse, your score will drop, and you can go down to the bad and awful. And the only way to pass levels is you have to finish the song on good or cool. And if you finish the song on bad or awful, you're gonna have to start the song all over again. And definitely playing through the game the first time, it's kind of brutal. I think in this video we only show the first 3 levels, and there I kind of missed one. But level 4, it's got the chicken where you're baking a cake. That is very tough, and it might be even somewhat broken. I've noticed that it's almost just trial and error to try and get through. And I've also noticed that I'm not the only one who has this problem. I've been noticing a lot of other people are having problems on the 4th level. And especially even trying to get the cool rating on the 4th level is really hard. It took me a while to finally get it. So we've learned how to fight. And we're back in the cafe.
The end of my simple introduction. Put up your fists, you evil crusaders. Let me knock you out.
And you can have a chance to save right here, but I usually just continue. Since I'm just going through this as a video purpose. Fat Donut. I like the name.
It's a great day today. So what do you guys want to do?
Let's go down to
So in terms of gameplay, I don't know if I'm all that satisfied with it. A lot of the freestyling is just trial and error, and a lot of times what you think sounds good isn't necessarily what the game thinks sounds good, so sometimes it just sounds terrible and then you're succeeding. And that's really frustrating because you don't really know what the game wants sometimes. And the only way to get to cool sometimes and even succeed is to try and freestyle, but then sometimes if you just try and freestyle, the game will think that's bad, and you could just drop all the way down to bad or awful.
How do you like my new car, guys?
Man, it's fat. The
It's
color's
fat.
awesome, too.
Not only that,
They use that word a lot in this game,
and
fat
it is
with a
capable of
PH.
leaping tall buildings in a single bound. Would you
I don't know how
like
it's
to go
leaping
to the
tall
beach with me?
buildings.
Sure.
Is it like flying?
All of us can go.
Of course, of course.
Look at Sunny Funny
Come on,
being
girls,
inclusive.
sit up with me. You guys can sit in the back.
At least there's a pool back there.
Everybody, hold on.
And that little boombox shows up for here and there. I don't really know where that comes from. I don't even know if that little thing has a name. But he shows up here and there. If you know who that is, comment below. I'd like to know.
Car and a license. I could take Sonny anywhere. How can I do that?
Gotta believe.
Yeah, I know. I gotta believe.
To me, out of these 6 levels, this is the best song.
If you think you can handle it, try this rap.
I think it's really cool. It's probably my favorite level in the game.
All right, we're here, just sitting in the car. I want you to show me if you can get far. Step on the gas.
Step on the gas.
Step on the brakes.
Step
And I think later on in this level, I start doing a little bad, maybe even going down to awful.
on the gas.
And it kind of shows you how the level kind of changes if you start doing bad, which I think is kind of cool.
Step on the gas. Step on the brakes. Step on the brakes.
Step on the brakes.
Step on the gas.
On the gas.
Step
Yeah,
on
so
the
now I'm doing bad, and now the car is just swerving all over the place. Which, it kind of has, like, little different things in each level. You can kind of see how, like, the level is basically falling apart. Now I'm doing awful now. The car is, like, it's really falling apart. But then I kind of recover here a little bit. Yeah, so it's just kind of freestyling. Doesn't sound all that great, but I guess the game thinks it's good enough.
An emergency, can't you see? Do you know why we stopped the car?
Do I know why we stopped the car? Do I? Yes. What?
Do you know why we stopped the car?
Do I know why we stopped the car?
Yes.
What?
I forgot to close the door.
You forgot to close the door.
Now just don't forget, this ain't kung fu. Come on again.
There are some secrets in the game. One that I've kind of figured out that, like, if you hold up on the D-pad, through a lot of the episodes. There's kind of like special things that happen, and there's also different remixes of the songs. But I don't think the remixes sound all that good. You can also go into the stage select in the menus, and you can like check out the different remixes and stuff.
The car again? Do I know if I'll stop the car again? That's because you just got your license. Woo-hoo! Yes!
I only ended with a score of 58, which isn't great. Hey, I've got a driver's license. But some of the cool stuff is really good. So if you do, again, you have to beat the game once. But when you start getting some of the cool ratings, basically you're pretty much freestyling, where you just kind of press buttons and try to do whatever sounds good. But a lot of times it's kind of hard to finish the level on cool if you like start the level on cool. And sometimes it just feels like you just kind of rapidly just press buttons, and it doesn't really care what the game thinks sounds good. You just kind of press buttons. But again, we're not going to show it today, but Stage 4 is very tough, and by the sounds I hear, it's not just this remaster. It sounds like it might even be the original. It might even be the PSP port, and it might even be the original game. That level 4 is just kind of broken. I've noticed that like the timing is just completely off, and you're just gonna have to basically just try and guess. A couple things that I've noticed is that if I actually try hitting the buttons before the actual notes on screen, that sounds a lot better.
Wouldn't it be nice if we could keep driving and go
But that level is pretty infuriating, and which is easy or it's just kind of weird, because once you get past level 4, I mean, the other 2 levels in the game are pretty simple, and it's just the hardest part of this game is level 4. And again, there's only 6 levels, not too long of a game. If you don't have too many problems with Stage 4, you can get through this game probably about 30-45 minutes or so. And it's worth going back for some of the secrets and definitely trying to get the cool mode. It's a pretty achievable platinum. There was a couple trophies that were kind of tough. There was this one called Remix Edition where you have to find all the secrets. And I had some problems with that, but you just kind of have to keep replaying stages until you get the secrets out.
I still have 59 more monthly installments to pay. What am I going to tell your mother? I hope you're ready to pay for everything.
I'm in trouble now. How am I gonna pay for this car? How can I do that? Yeah, I know. I gotta believe.
I still think the cutscenes look fine, even though they haven't really been touched up.
You're a new boy, aren't you? I'll tell you right now, the most important thing in selling goods here is not money. It's love.
That little smug look on his
If
face.
you want to sell goods here, come stand next to me. Follow me around.
In the rain or in the snow. Again, just so many vibrant colors in this game, especially in the HD remaster. I'd really have to say that's probably the best part of this game is the graphics.
I've been working here since my mama was a baby. Just because the rhythm is slow.
So there are a few other things. There's a See the Beat, which apparently you can kind of see the little head icon. I think I've got it turned on. The head icon where the notes go by is a little bit bigger. So I guess you can see better. But there's also a Feel the Beat mode, which vibrates your controller to the beat. And I tried it out for about a level or two, but I didn't really find it helpful. So I turned that off pretty quickly. It's not on by default. You have to go into the menus to turn it on, but I wouldn't recommend it.
I will try to sell a cap like this.
I can sell a bottle cap like this.
I will try to sell a cap like this.
I never dream it would be like these. I am the #1 ruler of the 7 seas. The skunk over here will bring you luck.
The skunk over here will bring you blood.
The bomb over here comes with a truck.
So, when I first played this game, I wasn't really that hot on it. Again, I hadn't played the original PaRappa, but I just found myself really frustrated, and the thing that was really dragging me down was the fourth level where you're baking a cake. But once I got past that, and I got through some of the other cool modes, I began appreciating the game a little bit more, and I would say I've probably... The game's probably grown on me the last few days compared to where it was before that. And I'm by no means a PaRappa master, so you're gonna hear some bad raps.
You got that right, teacher. Thanks a lot.
Again, you know, not too much else to say about it. Yeah, there's that boombox again. Only 6 levels, some like little extra mini level I think that came in the PSP version. That's you just basically watch like a little concert. So that's nothing all that exciting. But I mean, even if you're going for the platinum, it might take you a little bit. And I would say, yeah, this is where I decided to quit. And we're gonna look at some of the menu stuff. But the hardest part of this game is probably basically getting through level 4 in cool mode and just regularly. That's probably the hardest part of this game, is just getting through those. There's a little practice thing. Here's your like high scores. It's not online leaderboards or anything. There is a stage select, and you can kind of see what we've unlocked. I've already beaten it, but I'm kind of on an older save file. And then we got some different options. You have a normal and the easy, and you also have the feel the beat and see the beat. And I think we also take a look at some of the add-on songs, maybe. Yeah, so there's just a few there. Then you can also change the screen width. But other than that, that's about it. Yeah, there's a little game manual that you can go in and read through if you care. Again, that's pretty much it for PaRappa the Rapper Remastered. It is out on the PlayStation Store right now for $15, part of the PSN Play Collective. And review forthcoming, or it might be out by the time you see this video. But just want to thank everybody for watching, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.